All right. Kia, do you want to start off or you want me to start off?
I can. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining the public session of the uh, Commission on Human Relations. My name is Kia Gee. I'm the Executive Director for the Commission. And we have our Chair, Shalimar Thomas, who is presiding over our meeting this morning. You want me to do the whole thing, Shalimar?
I'll take over from here, then I'll throw it back over to you. So while the commission is waiting for us to get a quorum, we will wait to read cases. And until then, we'll skip around the agenda and I'll throw it over to Kia, our Executive Director, Kia Gee, to provide the Executive Director's report.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a few updates to share this morning. I will start with the legislative update. On May 29th, I testified in support of Councilmember Gautier's bill, bill number 240060, that strengthens protections against source of income discrimination. The bill expands the Fair Practices Ordinance in the following ways. It explicitly names housing choice vouchers, AKA Section 8 vouchers, as an example of a housing assistance program protected from discrimination. It also specifies that it is illegal to communicate or advertise that housing choice vouchers are not accepted in order to rent or buy property. It also prevents property owners from refusing or restricting availability and services or repairs because a tenant has a housing choice voucher. It also prohibits property owners from failing to complete routine paperwork necessary to process rental vouchers in a timely manner. It also allows tenants a private right of action in 100 days as opposed to 1 year, and extends the period of appeal for judicial review of the commission's order to 90 days instead of 30 days. This change is important because it has been shown in other states and municipalities to expand access to housing in the neighborhoods of choice for tenants, and it has been shown to reduce the likelihood of landlords advertising and notifying tenants that they do not accept Section 8. In terms of community engagement and prevention, on May 22nd, we concluded our inaugural class of the Youth Ambassadors. The closing ceremony was held at City Hall in the mayor's reception room. Also, over the last several weeks, our community relations team has been on site at the mayor's One Philly Town Hall meetings, providing information regarding PCHR's scope of services and meeting and speaking with residents. Also, HR Representative Carlos Aviles has been working with Taller Puerto Riqueño to provide an overview of PCHR's conflict resolution services to their summer program participants. HR Representative David Oliver has also been working with Ho Elementary School to similarly provide information to their students on PCHR's scope of services. In terms of conflict responses, HR Representative Boonrat Mott and Tiara Thompson have been working together to address public safety issues and concerns regarding a newly opened Buddhist temple in Southwest Philadelphia. Also, Deputy Director Randy Duque is working with the police department to monitor a hate incident involving a small business in South Philadelphia that had been known to support Palestine, which was vandalized, criminally vandalized. The investigation is still ongoing. Deputy Director Randy Duque is also has also been working to monitor Israeli and Gaza ugh, Israeli and Gaza protests um, um, regarding the conflict in the Middle East. Sorry about that. Then on May 23rd, I, along with other city leaders, attended the Tribune Women of Achievement luncheon with other city leaders. As I said, the event highlighted the importance of representation and giving back to the community. Importantly, this month, we welcomed 2 law students from Villanova University. They are joining with us today. If you'll give a little wave. Yep, and they will be with us through the remainder of the summer. We also, in terms of staffing, we have our newest investigator, Alexander Rudolph, who is joining us as well, if you'll give a wave. All right. On June 3rd, Deputy Director Randy Duque presented on Partnerships for Peace, where he discussed the effectiveness of collaboration to address hate and bias at the Association for Conflict Resolution. Sorry, hold on, just sorry about that. At the Association for Conflict Resolution, Greater New York Chapter's annual conference. A couple of events that we wanted to share for the next reporting period. On June 25th, our team will be joining the Department of Records as it screens the movie Gaining Ground, the Fight for Black Land, and a panel discussion. This event will take place at the Michael Nutter Theater in the Convention Center. It will occur between 5:30 and 8. The film examines causes, effects, and solutions to the issue of Black land loss, which is known as Tangled Title here in Philadelphia. As some of you may know, there are over 10,000 tangled titles in the city, representing over $1.1 billion in generational wealth located primarily in communities of color. I've been meeting with the director of the Department of Records as some of our work dovetails theirs, as we work with the wholesale do not solicit law and the enforcement of that law. And so we are working together in terms of how we can align and message to the public our commitment to this important work. Another important update, which will be coming out soon over the next few weeks, life partnership agreements will be officially transferring over to the Register of Wills. We finalized our MOU with the Register of Wills. I know our team is excited to, they had already started the transition, but excited to support the Register of Wills as they begin to implement that process. Finally, HR Representative Tierra Thompson has been selected to serve on the Planning Committee for the 2024 International Association of Human Rights Agencies, IORA conference in St. Louis, Missouri. So she will be representing our agency, and that conference will take place in August 11th through 15th. So congratulations to her. In terms of hate and bias data, there were 7 confirmed incidents reported to us this month. Most of the incidents centered on race and ethnicity and LGBTQ hate or bias. They are as follows. There was a man who was threatened and called an immigrant and an anti-LGBTQ slur by a stranger who was walking past him in the East Falls neighborhood. A white neighbor in the Oxford Circle neighborhood threatened and harassed and also damaged the property of a Black neighbor and then barricaded himself in his home with a gun. The SWAT team responded promptly and the neighbor was arrested. We also received a complaint regarding an elementary school in Kensington who received an anonymous racist letter. There was a neo-Nazi pamphlet that was found in the Weitzman National Jewish Museum on the Parkway. That investigation is active and still ongoing. There was also a house in South Philadelphia, which displayed a Palestinian flag in the window. That home was vandalized with pro-Israeli stickers. There was a container full of anti-Semitic literature that was thrown outside of a vehicle in South Philadelphia, and another incident in South Philadelphia where anti-Semitic and white supremacist propaganda was found in front of the residence of a neighbor in South Philadelphia. Just for those that don't know, we monitor and track all incidents of hate and bias in Philadelphia and work with our state and local law enforcement partners to ensure that the supports needed are provided to victims and to ensure that there's a comprehensive approach to resolving these issues. So with that said, there have been 47 confirmed incidents of hate reported to us so far year to date. And that will conclude my report for this reporting period. And I will turn it over to you, Commissioner Thomas.
Thank you, Kia. And guessing that there's no one waiting for the public and that we still do not have a quorum. Again, we will wait till next month to read the cases that are recommended for closing. So our next meeting will take place in July. The executive session will take place on July 12th, and the public session will be held on July 19th. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Again, both cases recommended for closing for June and July will be read at that time. Okay, so the readers for the month of July are myself, along with Commissioners Ricks and Commissioner Bo. Always have to update it since we're down a few commissioners. All right, so with that, can I have a motion to adjourn? Thank you. I see it first and second by Commissioner Albert and Ho.
Yeah,
All
we
in
don't, I
favor?
think we actually don't have to adjourn because we're not officially.
Oh, because we're not officially a quorum, so we don't adjourn. You're right.
Can't vote.
Thank you. Thank you. We cannot vote on anything. Thank you. So with that, have a good weekend, everyone.
Thanks.
Have a good weekend, everyone.